Well, Arielle Live TV will be back with our guest, Sarah Serrano Balabagan. I just use Balabagan. With our, of course, our lovely senator of Las Vegas. And of course, I want him to win. Run, run, run.
Yes.
All right, let's continue your question, Mr. Senator. Go ahead.
Well, we kind of jumped all over the place, and it gets confusing because you know your viewers want to kind of follow a process to
Go
understand
ahead.
where we're going. So, I get the fact that you know you were trying to work, you had a job opportunity, and so now you arrive. What happens then? So what are you doing? You're
I'm all around housemate. So as I've said earlier, you know, after
and you were
2
how
weeks,
old at this time?
I was
14. She's 14 years old.
Okay.
She's a
So,
OFW.
So after 2 weeks, that's the time my boss started to bribing me with money in exchange for sexual favors. And of course, as a Muslim, because I born, my parents are Muslim, I declined. I said no. The first word I learned, Arabic word I learned is la, means no. So, so I keep on, of course, I'm always running away and lock myself in my room when he started doing that, you know. But then when I had a chance to talk to my agent, because I have another agent who owns the agency in Alain, so I asked for help, and but then of course they mean business. So when I asked, I said just transfer me to another employer. But then instead of helping me, he even encouraging me to just accept the offer and do what my employers wanted me to do. So and of course, as a 14 years old girl, I felt so
baby.
I felt so devastated and helpless because I don't know what to do. I don't.
Right, you have no friends, no family.
Yes, I don't know. I don't
And
even
then
know
what
the
happened?
address of the telephone number.
She wants to get
Yes,
to the
he's
end.
so
Just get
excited.
to the end of
That's
the
what
story.
happened.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
And then so of course at first when my boss learned that I took to the agent of mine and asked him for help, he felt so angry and of course
Angry with you?
angry with me, kind of ashamed why I told to the agent, the agency owner. And for the first time he entered my room and beat me up. But thank God I managed to push him away and I was able to run. I went to one of his sons because with him, living with him is his 4 sons. And I went to one of his sons, and as I was crying, I was telling him in the house.
What the son said?
He's trying to comfort me, of course. And then he went to
How old
talk.
was his son?
I really don't know. That's the
Young,
second.
your age then?
No, older.
He was older,
maybe
okay.
at that time he's 26, something like that. So. He went to his father and they tried to, they talked, but my boss still upset with me. So what I did is, because I'm afraid he might be beat me again, you know. So I ran away. I went to one of the neighbor because we have a neighbor there's 2 Filipino housemates too. So thank God, with the permission of their employers, they took me in. Yes, but then when my boss learned that I was there, he demanded them to bring me back to him. It's not, they will sue them, you know, and the 2 Filipino will be deported. So of course I don't want that to happen because I know they also have a family in the Philippines. So I decided to just come back with a plan. I thought at the time that
Something
I just worked for at least few months until I was able to raise my funds for my airfare because I know I'm not safe. So after when I come back to my employer after 1 month, my first month salary, I never receive it because my agent who owns the agency in UAE, he took it because he said I need to pay him 3 months worth of my salary. So just imagine 8 months my agent in the Philippines and then 3 months for him. So that's 11 months.
So
you
you're
never
working.
get paid.
Yeah.
So you work a year, you get paid for 1 month.
Yeah.
That's 1/12.
For 1 year. So
1 year.
For 1 year. So, you know, of course, I don't know. You know, I have no idea as a young girl. So, that's why. After 1 month and 90 days, just because I leave Philippines like May 29, 1994, July 19, 1994. That's the time. This time, my boss sexually assaulted me with the knife. That's what happened. And then, of course, as he was pointing the knife, and I remember, you know, to my mind, I'd rather he kill me than succeeding with his evil intention. So I fought back. We struggled. So, okay, just imagine a 14-year-old girl versus this
68
man,
years old,
you know. So we struggle, and then until I was able to grab his knife, because as I was when I shout for help, instead of stabbing my neck or slashing my throat, he
Choke you.
put down his knife and choked me, because his one hand is trying to pulling down my underwear, my tights, because I was wearing a tights and another long skirts, so he's having a hard time to pull it down.
Raping you.
Yeah, so when he was choking me, I tried to grab anything that
Yeah,
I
you
could
could,
use
right?
against
You're
him,
trying to survive.
Yeah. So that's the time I was able to grab his knife, and there's no choice but to stab him. And for the first time, when I stabbed him for the first time, and then he choked me harder this time. So there's no choice. I stabbed him again. I pushed him, and I was trying to go out to the room, but we struggle again because he was able to stand up, and so we struggle. So that's what happened. So when I have a chance to stab him, I stab him again. But then again, I never had a chance to count how many stab I made at the time, because at the time in my mind I want to survive. It's him or me. So I want to survive. So not only for myself but for my family. So at the time, what really encouraged me is it's not just about I'm defending myself, I'm defending my honor as a woman, but I'm fighting not only for my life but for my family.
Well, that's a very good story, and so sad. After that, when you killed her, how did it happen? How did it take you away?
Well, of course, the police, when they learn about what happened, I told them what
Was
happened.
his family home? His
Yes,
kids were
yes,
home, so obviously someone called the police.
Yes, and then they found him in his room. And then when I talked to the thank God, the chief
Investigator?
of police is there. He has I don't know, a girlfriend or wife, a Filipino wife. So that's Filipino who called the Philippine embassy in Abu Dhabi. That's why they was able to help me immediately after that. But then when they sent me to prison.
So you were convicted?
Yes,
You
I
went to
was.
court.
They were
Yes,
convicted.
when they sent me to prison that night, okay, after the interrogation statements,
I see, yeah,
medical and
during that,
everything, they put me to an isolation room for 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks, that's the time they allowed me to be integrated together with the rest of the females inmates there, and that's where I saw how women, especially from Asia, suffering unjustly. Most of my inmates, especially my kababayan Filipinas, are suffering unjustly. They've been raped by their
Wow.
employer, by the
There's no justice.
the
That's what I
son.
mean.
Some of my inmates are physically abused by their employers. Some of my inmates are even got pregnant, because they were raped, and yet they are in prison. So that's the time I realized I'm a bit fortunate and blessed, because at least I was able to defend myself against my employer.
And you were
But of course,
underage at that time.
But they are victims, really victims. They never had a chance to fight.
Were you able to see counsel and a lawyer to talk during that 2 weeks you were in solitary confinement? It sounds like before they integrate you.
No. But what
Were
happened
you
is
able to talk to anybody?
the officials from Philippine Embassy, they went and see me, and then after that the trials begins. My first sentence, I was sentenced September 6, 1995. I'll never forget that date, because I was sentenced to death by firing squad.
Wow.
And then but thank God, because of our Philippine government appealed my case again. So thank God, because of the prayers of many Filipinos all over the world praying for me, interceding for me, and
will
my sentence was
fight for
commuted, because the family of my employer, they forgave me, which is very important in Arab country, the forgiveness of the family. So they forgave me, and then plus my lawyer was able to prove that I was really a minor when that incident happened, and not 28 according to my forged passport. So that's why my sentence was commuted to instead of death penalty, to 1 year imprisonment, 100 lashes on my back, and a 40,000 US dollars as a blood money, because blood money is a part of Sharia law. that I need to pay the family. But of course, my family means, we don't have 40,000 US dollars, but God always make a way, and that's why there's a Filipino Chinese businessman in the Philippines.
We'll be right back on the third
We're gonna
segment. We'll
continue
continue
that.
this story.
Yes.